Hi everyone. Okay, the microphone's on. This is going to be a quick guide on just getting your node set up briefly, but also camp channels, which are essentially camp group chats for you and your camp or you and your friends, and the different options that you have for location sharing using Meshtastic on the Playa. So here I already have a node connected that's been flashed for the Burning Mesh firmware, freshly flashed node, and I also have my offline map loaded up as per the instructions, which are on docs.burningmesh.org for getting your offline map set up so you can have these maps without internet. So now we have this node connected. The first thing that I like to do and that I recommend you all do is just go to LoRa and make sure your region is set to the United States. By default, the region will not be set. It will prompt you to change the region to United States when you turn it on, and that's to make sure that people outside of the US don't accidentally start transmitting and do something against the FCC of their area's rules. So make sure that your region is set to the United States once you are in the United States, or if your local laws allow for it in whatever country that you're in while you're setting this up. So once your region is set to the United States, you're essentially off to the races. Another thing that you can do is go to Settings, User, and then change your name, a long name and a short name, which can be 4 characters or 1 emoji, and you can change your name there, and that will sort of be your display name, which everybody else will see you as. So let's talk about group chat. So by default, if you go to Messages and you go to Channels, you'll have this by default, Everyone, and that's exactly what it is. That message goes to everyone. It's a big group chat for everybody at the burn, and you can hold down on it and mute it if you need to. It gets pretty crazy, especially as the burn week goes on, and last year we had 1,750 roughly nodes on Playa, so it's useful to have to see what other people are doing, but definitely not absolutely necessary. So let's talk about different channels. Okay, you have a group of friends, you have a camp. So what you're going to, while your node is connected, you're going to go to Settings, Channels, and you're going to click Add a Channel. So this is my, a camp, cat camp, right? And I want to share my location with these people, so I'm going to click Allow Position Requests, and I'm going to click Allow Precise Location. I'm going to hit Save. Nice. So now we have this group chat, cat camp, and they will receive my position automatically. You cannot enable position on the Everyone chat and accidentally share your position to everybody at the burn. That's been disabled in firmware bidirectionally, and that was a big improvement over last year. People are accidentally sharing their location. So if you had other people in this chat and you were on Playa, you would be able to see them as little dots on this map, and you can click on them and get info about them. Also, just like a regular group chat, you go to Channels Cat Camp and you would write, hi, and that would send it to the other people in that group chat. Very easy. To share the group chats out, you go back to Settings and you click Share QR Code. I only want to share Cat Camp. I want to ensure that that doesn't replace everybody's channel, so it just adds that channel, and it will generate a QR code here. And then you can also click this share with share via link. So you can send that as a link to somebody before the burn, or you could send that to them as a DM during the burn to invite them to your group chat. And you don't need to be in the same chat, the same group chat, essentially, the same channel, to send somebody a DM. You'll be able to DM anybody on Playa as long as your channel 0 is set to everyone. You'll see all of them in this contacts list here. Cool. Now, let's say you have another channel that you want to add. Okay, your neighbors, you're neighboring with Dog Camp. And Dog Camp, you want to also let them see your location. And you can also allow non-precise location if you want. Well, let's say for Dog Camp, I want them to see my location. All right, Dog Camp is now my channel 2. But why doesn't it show the little arrow thing, like the location sharing arrow? Well, Dog Camp will be able to see my location, but only a la carte, only on their request. So somebody in Dog Camp would have me in their contacts. They would click here, and then they'd have a button that wouldn't be grayed out that says Get Location. And they can get my location whenever they want, as I've permitted them to do it, but it would not happen automatically. With the lowest numbered channel, the rule with Meshtastic is the lowest numbered channel with location sharing will receive automated location updates. So by default, it's pretty liberal. It's like every 100 feet or 30 seconds, whichever is sooner while you're moving, and then while you're stationary, it will do one ping as soon as you stop, and then ping every 15 minutes if you haven't moved more than 100 feet. So that's what it will do for your cat camp channel, which is your lowest number, and then all of the other ones, it's just going to be a la carte. When somebody wants to know where you are, in order to save bandwidth on the mesh, as we have very limited bandwidth, they can click and they can get your location when they so choose. And you can also share those channels out. In addition to that, you can have channels, a group chat with, with just your friends that you sort of know, and you don't have to have location on them either. You can just have regular group chats in which location is not shared, and those are just text-based group chats like any WhatsApp or anything like that, or Facebook Messenger or Discord. Works exactly the same. When you send a message out, it will go to everybody in that group chat. There is, in our documentation, maybe a more advanced configuration in which you delete the Everybody channel and you make Cat Camp your channel 0. This could be for, if somebody wants to give nodes out at their camp and knows for sure that their users do not need to message anybody else at the burn besides the people in Cat Camp. If you change your channel 1, your channel 0, to Cat Camp, to the Cat Camp channel, they will only be able to see in their nodes list the people in cat camp. And they won't be able to see the everyone messages, but you will still mesh with the rest of the burn. So that's another option if you're worried about users, getting confused, or you have some like non-technical users that may, like accidentally press some buttons, or you just don't want to see everybody else. You'll still mesh with everybody. You'll still help them mesh out by being a node on the mesh, relaying messages. You will still be able to have your messages relayed in a more basic way, but you'll still be able to have them relayed throughout the mesh, but you just won't be able to see everyone. And again, we have there's also the concept of DMs, right? So you can send direct messages to people. But again, if you want to send a DM to somebody, their channel 0 has to be the same as yours, and that is everybody at the burn by default. Amazing. So that was just a quick setup guide. I hope to remember to flash the latest version of the Burning Mesh firmware, which is available on burn.meshtastic.org. And for more information, go to burningmesh.org, read our documentation, get in our Discord, ask some questions, and we can't wait to see you all out on the playa.